What turns a lioness into a legend of fear and hatred? Zira wasn't just a follower of Scar. She was his most loyal, fanatical believer. But what shaped her into the ruthless leader of the Outlanders? Was it destiny? Or was she doomed from the start? Today, we'll uncover the untold story of Zira, from her tragic past to her ultimate demise. Brace yourself. This is a tale of heartbreak, betrayal, and vengeance. Zira, a name that echoes with fear and malice. Once a devoted follower of Scar, her actions and choices would cast a shadow over the Pride Lands. But how did Zira become the lioness she was? What shaped her into the determined and vengeful leader of the Outlanders? Today, we uncover her story, a tale marked by pain, loss, and the destructive power of blind loyalty. Viewer discretion is advised, as her journey is not for the faint of heart. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell to keep up with all our stories. Now, let's explore the life of Zira. Far away in the harsh, distant lands, a chaotic pride lived under the rule of two leaders, Kuzimu and Azola. This group was infamous for its aggressive and ruthless ways, traits that kept them isolated from other prides. Unlike other groups, they had no king or queen, only leaders who thrived on survival and dominance. Among their ranks was Zira, the daughter of Kuzimu and Azola. Kuzimu was the strongest and most fearsome member of the pride, while Azola cared deeply for Zira. However, Kuzimu saw his daughter only as a future leader, subjecting her to harsh training and emotional neglect. He claimed it was to make her strong, but in reality, it left her traumatized. Azola, unwilling to watch her daughter suffer, tried to shield Zira from Kuzimu's cruelty. But when Kuzimu discovered Azola's defiance, he responded with unimaginable brutality. In a fit of rage, he killed Azola, leaving Zira utterly shattered. From that moment, Zira's heart was consumed by hatred and despair. With no one to protect her and the pride under Kuzimu's control, Zira found solace only in a small group of young lionesses who shared her pain. Together, they planned their escape. One fateful night, Zira led her friends away from the chaos, determined to carve out a new life for themselves. They became nomads, scavenging and surviving through manipulation and theft. Zira's charisma and cunning soon attracted others, and her group grew in number. Over time, she forged them into a loyal band of Outlanders. But their existence was harsh, and they struggled to find food and safety. Years later, their wandering brought them to the Pride Lands. At this time, the Pride Lands were a barren wasteland, ruled by Scar during the darkest days of his reign. Scar, seeing Zira's group as an asset, welcomed them into his pride. For Zira, this was a turning point. She saw Scar as a savior, a powerful leader who shared her ruthless ideals. Her loyalty to him quickly turned into fanaticism. Zira bore Scar's cub, Nuka, but Scar's disappointment in the cub's weakness drove a wedge between them. Desperate to please Scar, Zira sought a stronger heir, leading to the birth of Vitani and later Kovu. When Simba returned to reclaim the Pride Lands, Scar's reign crumbled. The hyenas turned on him, and he was killed. Zira, blinded by grief and anger, believed Simba was responsible. She vowed to avenge Scar and plotted against Simba, even going as far as targeting his son, Kopa, who mysteriously disappeared. Simba eventually banished Zira and her followers to the Outlands. Zira dedicated her life to grooming Kovu as Scar's heir. She manipulated him, teaching him to infiltrate Simba's pride and claim the throne. But Kovu's heart led him astray when he fell in love with Kiara, Simba's daughter. Zira's plans unraveled as Kovu rejected her teachings and sided with the Pride Landers. Desperate and betrayed, Zira launched a final attack on Simba, igniting a war between the Pride Landers and Outlanders. The battle ended when Kiara and Kovu united both sides, exposing Zira's lies. Refusing to accept defeat, Zira made one last attempt to kill Simba, but fell to her death, clinging to her loyalty to Scar until the very end. Zira's